Should we do a little underdog fantasy lineup? How'd you
I,
feel about your lineup this week?
I had a hard time. I have my notes.
You got
I
your
wrote
notes
down all my
even?
thoughts while I was picking these.
You didn't give them to me,
No, I don't
so
trust you with them. They'll end up in the trash. They'll be shredded. I don't know.
yeah, I accidentally ate them. Sorry, the dog ate your homework. Let's go over your picks 1st, then we'll get to mine.
All right. Okay. My first one on here, I just want to say I'm throwing this one out there. I don't know how much faith I have in it, which is great for everybody listening. But I have Will Levis higher than 19 and a half completions. And I'm going with this one. I don't care for Will Levis. I don't think he.
I see our graphic guy messed up and put Will Levins. I'll talk to him about that
Why
later.
don't you talk to him?
I will.
He's getting fired.
Yeah.
But he had just weeks 1 through 3, 19 completions, and then 26. And over those 3 weeks, we saw his pass completion percentage increase from 59 to 68 to 76 last week, when he had the most completions.
Yeah.
So I'm riding on that, saying he's going to get higher than that 19 and a half, maybe not 26, but higher than his 19 that he's been getting. I also had Tyreek Hill, 51 and a half receiving yards, higher than that. This changed. When I picked it, it was 53 and a half. So even better, 51 and a half. I'm hoping that Huntley can pull this offense together in week 2. I'm just looking at without Tua. In week 2, he had 24 yards, week 3, 40. And they had just this revolving door of passers. So I'm hoping Huntley brings it together there. Devon Achan, yes. Higher than 3.5 receptions. I promise I will get it together by the end of the show. Probably not, because we'll be drinking whiskey.
By the whiskey time.
And again, he's been targeted between 7 and 5 times. Last week was the only week where he didn't catch all of his targets, and so he only had 3. I think that this is attainable, especially with Huntley coming in. Then Geno Smith, higher than 250 and a half passing yards. I think this is going to be a blowout game.
Yeah.
So I'm going with that. And Amon-Ra St. Brown, higher than 34 and a half receiving yards.
74
and a half. Thank you. I think that this is going to be easy for him to get. He has 37% of the target share on this offense. We saw him over the last couple of weeks get 75 and 119 receiving yards. I think that, especially into tonight's game, the 74 and a half is going to be easy.
Yeah.
So all $10 for all of this pays $189.90.
Nice.
Underdog.
I like it. And don't forget to use promo code OFFSGPN. Play along with us. I'm going to go over mine now. Usually, I have your picks ahead of time, and I try to pick different things so that we're not giving out the same thing.
I gave you my picks late today.
You gave them a little late today, so I already had mine. So we actually have 2 the same. I also have Tyreek Hill at 51 and a half receiving yards higher. This is a discounted rate. You're not going to get Tyreek Hill to be just barely over 50 yards again, I don't think. And I have faith in Snoop. There's a reason they're putting Snoop as their starter.
I just can't.
That's his nickname, Snoop. I also have Ryan Stonehouse of the Titans, 5.5 punts.
This is an interesting
one. Going to some punting higher. Geno Smith, 250 and a half passing yards higher. I like that one as well, because we've talked since last week, we think it's going to be a high scoring game. Jason Myers, Seattle's kicker, 2 extra points made. I think they're going to score 2 touchdowns, so I like higher. And then Detroit's kicker, Jake Bates, I went a little different.
Kickers in here.
I know, the punting and the kicker props, because these guys matter too. Jake Bates, higher than 7.5 kicking points. He's one of the best kickers in the league. I liked him from the UFL. I think he's going to get this easily. You think some extra points, a 40, 50-yard kick, and he's going to get there.